Learning English by yourself might seem hard, but it can be fun and rewarding. This guide will show you simple ways to practice English every day without a teacher or speaking partner. By following these tips, you can improve your English skills step by step. Remember, learning a language takes time. Be patient with yourself. Some days will be better than others. The most important thing is to practice a little bit every day. Before you start learning, create a good space for practice. Find a quiet place where you can focus without distractions. Keep a notebook just for English practice so you can track your progress over time. Have a dictionary nearby, either a paper one or an app on your phone, to look up new words quickly. Collect learning materials like books, apps, or websites that match your level and interests. Try to set a regular time each day for practice. This helps form a habit. Turn off distractions like social media notifications during your study time to help you concentrate better. Daily routine, 15 to 30 minutes. Here is a simple daily routine you can follow. Start each morning by learning one new word. Write it down, say it out loud, and use it in a sentence. This takes just about 2 minutes, but builds your vocabulary consistently. Then spend about 5 minutes on listening and repeating exercises. Listen to a short English audio clip and repeat what you hear, trying to copy the pronunciation exactly. Next, dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to reading practice. Read something in English, a simple story, news article, or dialogue. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Follow this with writing practice for another 5 to 10 minutes. Write a few sentences about your day or respond to a simple prompt. Finally, take about 3 minutes to review what you learned yesterday. This helps move information from short-term to long-term memory. Easy ways to practice. Speaking alone. Speaking is often the hardest skill to practice alone, but there are several effective ways to do it. Talking to yourself in English might sound strange, but it's very helpful. Describe what you're doing as you do it. I am making coffee. I am adding sugar. Now I am stirring it. Practice common conversations by pretending you're ordering food, asking for directions, or introducing yourself. Looking in the mirror while speaking helps you see your mouth movements and improve pronunciation. Recording yourself speaking and listening to how you sound can help you identify areas for improvement. Reading aloud is another excellent way to practice speaking. Start with simple texts like children's books or dialogues. Read slowly at first, focusing on clear pronunciation of each word. Gradually increase your speed as you get more comfortable with the text. Try to add emotion and proper intonation to make your reading sound more natural. Recording yourself reading and comparing with audiobooks can help you identify differences in pronunciation and rhythm. Shadowing is a powerful technique where you repeat what you hear immediately. Find a short video or audio clip in English, around 30 seconds to 1 minute long. Listen once to understand the content, then play it again and speak along, copying exactly what you hear. Focus on matching the speed and intonation of the speaker. Practice the same clip several times until you can say it perfectly. This helps train your mouth to form English sounds correctly. Another enjoyable speaking practice involves describing pictures. Find images in magazines or online and describe them out loud. Start with simple descriptions like, "This is a red car. There are 2 people inside." As your skills improve, add more details. "This is a shiny red sports car. 2 young people are sitting inside smiling." Ask yourself questions about the picture and answer them. You can even make up a story about what's happening in the picture to practice more complex language. Listening practice ideas. Improving your listening skills helps you understand spoken English better. Begin with materials designed specifically for English learners. Children's shows and cartoons often use simple language with clear pronunciation. English learning podcasts for beginners provide content at an appropriate pace. Simple songs with clear lyrics combine entertainment with learning. Short stories with audio let you follow along with the text while listening. Don't just listen passively, engage actively with the content. Listen for specific information like numbers, names, or places in the audio. Write down new words you hear and look them up afterward. Try to summarize what you heard in your own words to check comprehension. Listen to the same audio multiple times, first for general understanding, then again for specific details. This multi-layer approach improves both general and detailed comprehension. Surround yourself with English sounds throughout your day. Watch movies with subtitles in your language first, then with English subtitles as you improve. Listen to English music and try to write down the lyrics to practice listening for specific words. Watch YouTube videos about topics you enjoy, which makes learning more interesting. Find podcasts about your interests so you'll be motivated to understand the content. Dictation practice helps both your listening and writing skills simultaneously. Play a short audio clip of about 10 to 15 seconds, then pause and write exactly what you heard. Check your answer and note any mistakes you made. Pay special attention to problem sounds that are difficult for you to hear correctly. This exercise trains your ear to distinguish between similar sounds in English. Reading practice ideas. Reading helps you learn new words and understand how English works in context. Begin with materials that match your current level. Graded readers are books written specifically for language learners with controlled vocabulary and grammar. Children's books with pictures provide visual context that helps with understanding. Simple news websites like News in Levels offer the same content at different difficulty levels. Short stories for beginners have simple plots and vocabulary that make them accessible. Try different reading techniques to improve your skills efficiently. Read the same text multiple times to build speed and fluency. Look up only the most important words you don't know, rather than every unfamiliar word. Try to guess the meaning of new words from the context before checking a dictionary. Read out loud sometimes to practice pronunciation while reading. Digital reading tools can enhance your learning experience. Online dictionaries allow you to click on words for instant definitions. E-readers let you highlight words and see translations quickly. Browser extensions can help with difficult words on any website. Apps designed for language learners often include reading materials with integrated learning features. Make reading in English a daily habit for consistent improvement. Read for 10 to 15 minutes before bed as a relaxing learning activity. Follow English news sites or blogs about topics you enjoy to maintain interest. Join online reading groups for language learners to discuss what you're reading. Keep a reading journal where you write summaries of what you read to reinforce comprehension. Writing practice ideas. Writing helps you organize your thoughts in English and reinforces grammar and vocabulary. Keeping an English diary or journal is an excellent starting point. Write 3 to 5 sentences every day about your life, using new words you've learned recently. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just practice getting your thoughts on paper. Review your old entries periodically to see your progress over time. Sentence building exercises help develop your grammar skills. Take a new word and write 5 different sentences using it in various contexts. Copy interesting sentences from books, then try to write similar ones with your own content. Practice rewriting simple sentences to make them more complex and sophisticated. Combine short sentences into longer ones, using connecting words like and, but, and because. Answering questions in writing provides focused practice. Find or create questions to answer in writing, such as, "What did you do yesterday?" Or, "Describe your favorite place." Questions like, "What is your opinion about?" encourage you to express and support your ideas. "What will you do tomorrow?" helps practice future tense. Responding to a variety of questions builds flexibility in your writing. Practical writing exercises prepare you for real-world language use. Write emails to imaginary friends or colleagues to practice formal and informal communication. Create shopping lists in English to practice vocabulary for everyday items. Write directions from your home to a nearby place using location prepositions correctly. Write a recipe for your favorite dish to practice instructional language and sequencing. Vocabulary building. Learning new words is essential for improving your English communication. The Word of the Day approach provides steady vocabulary growth. Learn one new word every day and write it down in a special notebook. Draw a picture next to it if possible to create a visual association. Write the definition in simple English rather than translating. Create 2 to 3 example sentences to see how the word is used naturally. Review your words weekly to remember them long term. The word family method helps you learn related words together efficiently. Start with a basic word like happy, and then learn related forms such as happily, happiness, and unhappy. Write sentences using each form to understand how they function differently in sentences. This approach helps you expand your vocabulary quickly and understand word formation patterns. Vocabulary cards are a time-tested method for memorizing new words. Create flashcards with the English word on one side and the definition, a picture, or translation on the other side. Review your cards during spare moments throughout the day, while waiting for the bus, before bed, or during a break. Organizing cards by topic like food, travel, or work creates meaningful connections between related words. Word association techniques connect new vocabulary with what you already know. Group words by topic such as clothes, food, or transportation to build semantic networks in your mind. Create mind maps with related words branching out from central concepts. Make connections between English words and similar sounding or meaning words in your native language. Use new words to describe things around your home for practical reinforcement. Grammar practice. Grammar helps you put words together correctly to form clear, understandable sentences. Simple daily exercises build your grammatical foundation gradually. Focus on one grammar point at a time, such as present tense or articles, rather than trying to learn everything at once. Find examples of this grammar in your reading materials to see it used naturally. Write 5 sentences using this grammar point to practice applying the rules. Identify and correct common mistakes to learn from errors. Sentence transformation exercises develop your flexibility with different structures. Practice changing positive sentences to negative ones to understand negation patterns. Transform present tense sentences to past tense to practice verb conjugations. Convert statements to questions to learn proper question formation. Combine two simple sentences into one complex sentence using conjunctions and relative pronouns. Fill-in-the-blanks exercises reinforce specific grammar points effectively. Create or find exercises where you complete sentences such as, yesterday I, T, go to the store, or she, ki, not like spicy food. Practice with question formations like tu, kiu, want to come with me. Work on relative clauses with sentences like, this is the book I told you about. These focused exercises target specific grammar challenges. Error correction activities develop your editing skills and awareness of common mistakes. Write a paragraph, wait a day, then try to find and fix your own errors with fresh eyes. Look for common error examples online and practice correcting them. Check if sentences sound natural by comparing them with examples from books or reliable sources. This self-editing practice is valuable for improving accuracy. Using technology for practice. Technology can make learning easier and more fun by providing interactive tools and authentic materials. Language learning apps offer structured practice for different skills. Duolingo provides gamified lessons for general practice. Memrise focuses on vocabulary acquisition through memorization techniques. HelloTalk and Tandem connect you with native speakers for language exchange, allowing you to practice with real people even when learning alone. Online resources designed specifically for English learners provide quality materials at various levels. BBC Learning English offers well-structured lessons and activities. British Council's Learn English website includes games, videos, and exercises. VOA Learning English presents news in simplified English with audio. YouTube channels for English learners provide video lessons on grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation with visual demonstrations. Voice assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, or Alexa offer opportunities for speaking practice. Ask them questions in English to practice your pronunciation and question formation. Try to have simple conversations with them about the weather, news, or general information. Use them to set reminders for your English practice sessions in English. These assistants respond to natural language, giving you immediate feedback on whether your English is understandable. Changing your social media experience to English creates daily exposure to the language. Follow English language accounts on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok that match your interests. Join Facebook groups for English learners to connect with others on the same journey. Comment on posts in English to practice writing in an authentic context. Watch stories and videos in English to improve listening comprehension with visual support. Creating immersion at home. Surrounding yourself with English at home creates an immersive learning environment. Make your physical space English-friendly by labeling items in your home with English words. Change your phone language to English to practice navigating familiar apps in the new language. Set up an English-only hour each day when you think and speak only in English. Listen to English radio or podcasts while doing chores to increase passive exposure to the language. Talking to objects around you might feel silly at first, but it's effective speaking practice. Explain to your plant how to care for it in English. Tell your pet about your day as if having a conversation. Give yourself instructions while cooking to practice imperative forms. Narrate what you're doing as you complete household tasks to practice present continuous tense. These monologues help you become comfortable forming sentences spontaneously. Acting out scenarios prepares you for real-life situations. Practice ordering at a restaurant with an imaginary waiter to learn food vocabulary and polite requests. Pretend to be in a job interview to practice answering common questions about yourself. Practice giving directions to a lost tourist using location words and imperatives. Imagine you're a tour guide showing someone around your town to practice descriptive language and cultural vocabulary. Shadowing real conversations from media helps you learn natural speech patterns. Watch dialogue scenes from TV shows that show everyday interactions. Pause after each line and repeat it with the same intonation and emotion. Try to match the speed, rhythm, and pronunciation of native speakers. Act out both sides of the conversation to practice different speaking roles and registers. This mimicry helps you internalize natural English patterns. Staying motivated. Learning alone can be challenging, so maintaining motivation is crucial for success. Setting clear, specific goals gives direction to your learning. Rather than vague aims like become fluent, create measurable targets like learn 500 new words in 3 months, or be able to write a 1-page letter about myself. Goals like understand my favorite English songs, or introduce myself confidently, connect learning to personal interests and needs. Tracking your progress visibly reinforces your achievements. Keep all your writing in one notebook to see how your expression and accuracy improve over time. Record yourself speaking every month and listen to the recordings chronologically to hear your pronunciation and fluency developing. Take simple online level tests periodically to measure your progress objectively. Count and celebrate how many new words you've learned as concrete evidence of growth. Rewarding yourself for achievements maintains motivation through positive reinforcement. After completing a week of daily practice, watch an English movie as a treat that combines enjoyment with learning. When you reach milestones like learning 50 new words, buy yourself something small as a celebration. Share your progress with friends or family who will encourage your efforts. Take time to feel proud of every small step forward on your language journey. Joining online communities connects you with others sharing similar challenges. Find English learning groups on Facebook or Reddit where you can share experiences and questions. Help others who are learning, which reinforces your own knowledge. Get encouragement and tips when you feel stuck or discouraged. These communities provide accountability, inspiration, and the reminder that you're not alone in your learning journey. Common challenges and solutions. Every learner faces difficulties, but understanding common problems helps you overcome them. Many learners feel too shy to speak English, fearing mistakes or judgment. Start by speaking when you're completely alone to build confidence without pressure. Record yourself instead of speaking to others at first, then gradually transition to real interactions. Practice with voice messages before attempting real-time conversations. Remember that making mistakes is a normal and necessary part of learning any language. Understanding fast speech challenges most learners. Begin with slow, clear audio specifically made for learners before attempting native speed content. Use video players with speed control features that let you slow down natural speech. Watch the same content multiple times, understanding more with each repetition. Focus on grasping the main idea rather than every word, which reflects how we actually process our native languages. Forgetting vocabulary frustrates many learners. Review words regularly using spaced repetition systems that present words at optimal intervals for memory. Use new words and sentences immediately after learning them to create context and connections. Group related words together to form associative networks in memory. Connect words to images, actions, or emotions to create multiple memory pathways in your brain. Not knowing if you're making mistakes can hinder progress when learning alone. Use grammar checking tools like Grammarly to identify common errors in your writing. Compare your sentences with examples from reliable sources like textbooks or language learning websites. Join online forums where you can ask questions about usage uncertainties. Remember to focus on being understood rather than achieving perfection, especially in the beginning stages. Weekly practice plan. A structured weekly plan helps balance different skills and maintain consistent practice. Monday can be vocabulary focus day. Learn 5 to 10 new words related to a specific topic like food, travel, or work. Review words from the previous week to reinforce memory. Practice using these new words in sentences to cement understanding. Tuesday can focus on listening skills. Listen to a short podcast or video of about 5 to 10 minutes designed for your level. Write down unfamiliar words you hear and look them up afterward. Try to summarize the main points of what you heard to check comprehension. Wednesday might center on reading practice. Read a short article or story appropriate for your level. Highlight new vocabulary you encounter and add important words to your learning list. Answer some questions about the content to ensure you understood the main ideas and details. Thursday can be dedicated to grammar study. Focus on learning or reviewing one grammar point rather than trying to cover too much. Complete practice exercises that target this specific structure. Write several original sentences using this grammar point to practice applying the rules creatively. Friday works well for writing practice. Write a paragraph about your week, incorporating vocabulary and grammar you've learned recently. Read your writing aloud afterward to practice pronunciation and identify areas for improvement. Edit your work to find and fix your own mistakes. Saturday might focus on speaking skills. Record yourself talking for 1 to 2 minutes about a familiar topic to practice fluency. Shadow a dialogue from a video to improve pronunciation and intonation. Practice a common conversation scenario like ordering food or asking for directions to prepare for real-life situations. Sunday serves as a review day to consolidate learning. Go through all the material you've studied during the week to reinforce memory. Identify areas that need more practice in the coming week. Plan your specific focus and goals for the next 7 days to maintain direction and momentum. Learning English alone is entirely possible and can be very rewarding with the right approach. Remember these key principles for success. Practice a little bit every day instead of cramming once a week, as consistent exposure creates stronger neural connections. Use a variety of methods to keep learning interesting and engage different learning styles. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are valuable learning opportunities that show where you need to focus. Be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories along the way. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Create as many opportunities as possible to use English in your daily life, even when alone. The most important thing is to enjoy the process. Learning a language opens doors to new cultures, people, and opportunities. Keep going, even when it feels difficult, and you'll be surprised by how much you can achieve through independent study. Your progress might seem slow day by day, but looking back after weeks and months, you'll see remarkable improvement. Every word you learn, every sentence you practice, builds your skills step by step. With dedication and the right strategies, you can successfully learn English on your own and reach your language goals. Self-assessment questions. Asking yourself these questions regularly helps track your progress and identify areas for improvement. Can you introduce yourself clearly in English, sharing basic information about your life and interests? Can you understand simple instructions in English when they're spoken at a moderate pace? Can you read simple texts without relying heavily on a dictionary for most words? Consider whether you can write basic sentences without major grammatical errors. Think about whether you know enough vocabulary to discuss everyday topics like food, weather, and daily activities. Assess if you can comfortably ask and answer simple questions in conversations. Check if you're comfortable using basic verb tenses correctly in different situations. Reflect on whether you can express likes and dislikes, giving simple reasons for your preferences. Evaluate if you can understand slow, clear spoken English in short conversations or announcements. Finally, be honest about whether you're practicing English regularly, as consistency is the key to improvement. The more yes answers you have to these questions, the better your progress. However, even a few no answers simply highlight areas for focused practice. Remember that learning a language is a journey, not a race. Every learner progresses at their own pace, and every step forward is an achievement to celebrate. Enjoy each milestone along the way and keep building your skills day by day.